Hello everyone, welcome back to another session of Dark Souls PvP and another Battle of the Uploaders Xbox Edition. This time I'm with the H3nry, spelled with some numbers in there. Not exactly sure what's a number, what's not, so yeah. You could figure it out. I'll put a link in the description to his channel if you haven't heard of it already, and yeah, good stuff, good stuff. He has a lot of really fun videos up. Pretty sure he's got that Dark Souls dodgeball thing a lot of people have seen already. It's pretty entertaining, and I was actually on his team for that, and it was a good time. So yeah, go check out his videos, and yeah, like, subscribe to him, all that good stuff. Alright, so these series of matches, or this series of matches, or whatever the right way to say it is, it actually happened over 2 different recording sessions, like about 2 weeks apart, because I don't know exactly what happened the first time he had to go do something, and yeah. Right there, man, I wish I had that parry. That was... I should have had that parry, I should have had that fight, but oh well. It happens. Now, I'm not exactly sure what was going on right there. I was sure that I hit him both of those times, and that time too, with the roll. So I guess our connection really wasn't too great, and I noticed it in a few of the fights. They were a little bit off looking on my end, so I think it was my connection. It happens. Nothing I could really do about it, so oh well, it's not a big deal. So, yeah. Alright, now this build he is on right now, I'm not exactly sure what kind of build it is. I remember he mentioned that it was a relatively new one, and he ended up switching off to one of his more familiar ones. I think it's either after this fight or after the next. But I think altogether, this build he's on does pretty well. It looks pretty cool. I think he said that he wanted it to look like one of the people from the Dark Souls 2 trailer. And, you know, I think he got that look down pretty good. He's got the Great Lord robe thing. He's got the Giant's helm, so that's pretty close to what it looks like. And, you know, I really can't wait for Dark Souls 2. That's gonna be... can't wait for it. But that's besides the point. I don't know what kind of build this is that he's on. My build, of course, it's my usual quality build. I've been trying to switch up between the Winged Spear and the Partisan. I'm getting fairly decent at the quick menu switches, nowhere near the level of some other players like Spades and company. I don't understand how he switches that fast. I mean, honestly, I'm still struggling with switching weapons after I get a parry, so menu switches are a little bit out of the question for me. And that brings me to the topic of the Hornet Ring switch. I don't even know how people can manage that. It's just way beyond me. But I don't know. It gives me something to work on, I guess. So, yeah. And right here, he switched off to his other build, like I said he was going to. And, you know, I deserved that parry right there. I deserved that. It was so predictable. He just knew I was going to do it, and he went for the wake up, but I thought I had that. If I had a regular shield on, I probably would have been able to get that parry, but it doesn't really matter. That's what I was going to say. So, yeah. Oh well. And there you can see some of the lag that we had going on. He poked like 90 degrees away from me, and it still got me. Oh well. Not a big deal. So this build he's on, I'm thinking it's a quality build because he's got the Great Lord Greatsword, he's got a bow, he's got an S-stock, so I'm pretty sure that this is a quality build because it's got the Greatsword and it's got the S-stock. I mean, that sword is better with a quality build because of its scaling. I think it's a C and a D, maybe? Maybe it's 2 C's, I don't really remember exactly what it is. Maybe it's 2 D's, I don't know, I never used the thing. But hey, maybe that means I should. And right there, I got the second partial parry I've gotten in this fight, and he went past me, so I was like, whatever, I'll go for the backstab because it was open. And that's just how I am. And yeah, you guys know that by now. So right there, got him with the running attack as he got me for the double kill. Good stuff, good stuff. Alright. Now, he is using the claws now, so that sort of makes me think even more so that he is using a quality build. And I think in the offhand he's got the, whatever that fist weapon is called, I can't remember at the moment. Right there, nice little well-placed arrow shot by him. And I was happy with this. I was able to switch weapons and get the roll backstab on him. So that made me pretty happy. And if I remember correctly, this fight ended a little bit funny. I'm not exactly sure what happened, and right there, I actually saw his side of the fight today, and right there, he was switching weapons. I thought he was just running away from me because the stone giant was coming, but no, he was switching weapons, so yeah, I guess he didn't even realize the stone giant was there. So I guess it worked out for both of us. And right there, arrow through the head, and backstab for the win. And I don't know how I really got that backstab, he just sort of turned around in front of me. It wasn't intentional, but whatever, it works. I'm not going to complain. So, yeah. I am using the mace right now. Got a little bit lucky with that partial parry that he got. Yeah, and, you know, I should have expected this. I really should have expected this. The unlocked greatsword, dead angles. I don't know why I didn't expect that. But, yeah, it happens. Got a nice little poke on him right there. Would have been good with the Leo ring. That would have done some nice damage. But didn't have that on at the time. Probably could have had it on at the time, actually. And what happened right there, I thought I had the bow on, and out of habit, I just sort of switched and went to use the bow. And it didn't really work out for me. Just didn't work out at all. So I got him right there with a little jumping attack, and he got me with the backstab because reaction time, all that stuff, all that good stuff. And right there, and that rolling attack, I'm not good at dealing with it. And right there, got me with that kill, or got me with that shot for the kill, rather. And yeah, I need to work on my large club, right? Yeah. Gameplay. And you know, that first swing, I thought that I had him with that. I really thought I had him with that. And I forgot that I was medium rolling, so that kind of threw me off. Yeah. That fight did not go well for me at all. But, you know, that really just shows that he's a good player, so that's a good thing. Now, these hits, I swear, I had him for a few of those, and you can see he teleported back a little ways, and he just stood there for a second, so I went to do a little, like, what are you doing, like, shrug at him, and I guess he didn't plan on backing off and me doing that, and I don't know what was happening with that, so, oh well, he let me hit him, I guess, and yeah. Now, I thought that should have been a counter that I just had on him a few seconds ago. I thought that should have been a counter, but I guess it wasn't. Oh well. He ended up rolling right into me and I got him. And you know, first swing parry on the Black Knight Great Axe, just, it's an easy weapon to parry, and you know, a lot of people expect the R1 spam, so it kind of can throw it off when you play defensively with it, which is something I've been working on trying to do. I've been trying to play defensively with a Black Knight Great Axe, because if you notice when you're fighting someone with it, they're really aggressive for the most part, and that means they like to do a lot of running attacks, a lot of rolling attacks, and R1 spam. So that really can kind of, well, make it easy to beat. So right there, he tried for the parry, got a partial, and I did not mean to do the R2. I meant to do a jumping attack because it would have been quicker. And I thought I might have been able to get him with it, but I did the R2 instead. It didn't really work out. And then there I go and do the jumping attack, and it was just a complete waste of time. So, oh well, it happens. Now, he's using the Gargoyle's Halberd, which is something I haven't actually used. It's got the same moveset as the Scythe, not the Great Scythe, but the regular one, and a similar moveset for the R1s and the rolling attacks to, well, I guess the R1s would include the rolling attacks, wouldn't they? It's got a similar moveset to the Giant's Halberd and the Titanite Catch Pole, which if you've been keeping up with the channel, I have posted videos on recently. So if you're interested in checking out some weapon showcases on those, they're on the channel. You can find them. I'm not going to link them because I am lazy. Now, this fight here, this is when we got back into fighting each other a few weeks down the line from the first set of matches, and he is using the Dragon Bro form, and man, this thing, I am not good at fighting against Dragon Bros. I believe it was Sunlight Blade. The Sunlight Blade, he put out a video the other day of a tutorial-like thing for fighting as a Dragon Bro, and it's pretty good, so check out that if you want. Really, I think, in my opinion, the best way to fight against something is to learn how to use it yourself. So I'm probably going to be messing around with the Dragon Bro form a bit, and you know, the one thing I really don't like about fighting against Dragon Bros is probably going to be the best thing as a Dragon Bro to use. And that would be the Dragon Torso Stone. It gives that roar, stunning, or staggering effect thing similar to Force, and it increases the damage you do for a small amount of time. So, I mean, it's a good thing, but what I don't like about it is what all of the pro players do with it, and that would be dead angling with it. Now, I am not really a fan of dead angling with Wrath of the Gods or Force to begin with, because those, well, Wrath of the Gods, that'll knock you down. Force, that will knock you down. But the Dragon Bro form, the Roar, is more dangerous than either of those, in my opinion. Because if you dead angle with it like he did just there, it pulls you in. So if you don't have a quick enough reaction, you're going to be, well, screwed, pretty much. Because it pulls you in, and they can just turn around and swing and cause massive damage really, really fast. I think he actually does it to me in the next fight. Sometime around here somewhere. He does it to me and gets me pretty good with it. He uses the hand axe, and man, the hand axe in the Dragon Bro form really, really hurts a lot. So if you see a Dragon Bro with a hand axe, watch out, because it's kind of scary how fast they can just hit the It's kind of fast how scary they can cause the damage to stack up. That's what I'm trying to say. Right here, actually, I thought he was going to use a Green Blossom, so I went ahead and let him do it. If I had known he was going to heal his poison, I would have just R1 spammed him and stun locked him with my sword. And yeah, I don't know why I hesitated. I don't know what made me think he was going to use a Green Blossom, because he hasn't been doing it this entire time. He's using the Grass Crest shield. So I don't know what made me think that. I don't know. I think that fight was the one where we had a random come in and backstab me as we were about to get started, and that kind of threw me off quite a bit. So I don't know. It's still not a good excuse, but I don't know. It threw me off. So right here, you can see I'm trying out Ricard's Rapier, and actually that's what I was talking about right there with hitting massive damage really fast. 3 hits, my health bar was gone. It was just boom, 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 I'm dead. And I stood no chance. So right here, I got a nice little parry on him, and like I was saying earlier about switching weapons for the parry, I'm really not too good at it yet. And I really need to learn the parry timing for that attack. I like the fact that I know the parry timing for a lot of weapons R2 attacks, their special attack like things that they do. I know I can parry the Moonlight Greatsword like somewhat regularly. Same with the Golem Axe and the Dark Hand. But I don't really ever see the Stone Great Axe being used in PvP, so I haven't really ever had the time or the practice against trying to parry it. So I need to work on that. That's just something I need to work on. So you can see he picked up the Black Knight Great Axe now, and Dragon Bro form, Black Knight Great Axe, that's kind of scary. I don't know, it's kind of scary. But I was talking about something before, dead angling with the Dragon Roar, like right there, it just pulls you in. There's nothing you can do. I mean, I'd like to think I've got a decently fast reaction time with getting away from stuff like that, but there's just nothing you can do sometimes. And really, it depends a lot on the speed of the weapon. Sometimes the best you can do is just block it or go for a partial parry or something, because there's just nothing you can do sometimes. And actually, that's been happening a lot in these fights. I've been rolling away from his Great Combustion and still managing to get hit by it. So I don't know what's going on with that, but I'm just gonna attribute that to the little bit of lag we had going on and just move on from there. So right there, got a little bit of luck avoiding that Great Combustion. I was just out of range, and then I died. It happens. That's just the way it works. So again, in this fight, you can see the little bit of lag we had when he goes to dodge the thing. He dodges over there, and then he slides closer to me. So, I don't know, it looked a little bit funny, but it doesn't really matter. And I knew he was going to go for that parry, because, I mean, I do kind of R1 spam with this weapon a little bit. It's just, I don't know, it's fun. And I don't know what happened with my target lock right there, actually. My controller was acting funny, and that's the reason why. You know, I really gotta start charging my batteries a bit more often. I need to do it more often. So right here, I decided to pull out the Great Scythe because, I mean, hey, everyone's doing it. Unnecessary shout out to EMB because everyone else already knows him and knows that he put up that video. It's a good weapon. I don't know. It's just so easy to counter when you're fighting a person who doesn't know how to use it properly. And all they do is running attacks and the two-handed R2s. And that's really how you can tell a newish scythe user apart from an older one, because they rely heavily on the running attack and the R2s. The two-handed R2s. Really, the one-handed R2s, I don't really ever see people doing, so I don't know why. It's just like people forget about the other parts of the moveset. But, yeah. I'm actually going to be having a little funny video coming up soon on how to counter all of these new Great Scythe users. It's surprisingly reliable, and I don't know, I think it's funny. But yeah, that's just me. Anyway, this is the last fight of the video, so I am gonna go. You guys can just watch and see how it ends. Yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you, Henry, for the fights. Everyone else, like, subscribe, check out his channel, all that good stuff, blah blah blah, so on and so forth, and I will see you next time.